Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning back in. I wanted to talk about some more subjects that are important to me surrounding the coming out video. That video sparked some discussions that, and brought me to some points that I haven't covered in a video and that are very, very important to me. So since I just posted it, I just figured I would keep the topic going. And I'll basically start by saying that coming out is a very big part of my journey, and it's a big part of being, I should just say, non-hetero. I think sexuality is a spectrum, but I think that is the best term and the least offensive. So, I mean, obviously saying homo isn't offensive because that's what it is, but I mean, it can be used in a derogatory way. We've all heard it like that. Anyway, so saying non-hetero is like um, a very general way of putting it, and there, because like the box is so much bigger on the other side, where with you got a romantic, and you got asexual, and then bisexual and pansexual, and there's all these different ways to categorize yourself, and so it's easier to just say non-hetero. So, anyways, now it's a big part of the journey coming out, but I think it's important to remember it's not everyone's journey. It's not part of everyone's journey, and some people will go this whole life that they will not express that part of their that part of themselves, and they want to be something different. Now, for whatever reason that is, I feel like people should be loved and embraced and supported for whatever decisions they make on their journey here. And so people use like closeted as and I find it very offensive because it's not like, I mean, there's a right way to use it, but like when it can be a form of another form of, we're so out, and we like think that that's the way you need to be. You need to come out, and you call them like a closeted something. I hear gays saying it all the time, and it's like a bad thing, and it might be not something that they want, but it doesn't have to be such a derogatory way, like that, like they're less than, or like we need to embrace all people. So I think that not everyone, and I've heard that people need to like accept responsibility, and they need to come out for the people who are struggling with their sexuality. Like, you have to lead by example and set an example for these people. And I'm thinking that's all nice and fine and dandy, but it's not a requirement. If someone doesn't want to, we all don't want to be heroes. Like, some people don't want that. Yeah, I love the idea of helping people, making a difference in people's lives and making a difference in this world, but it's not. Some people are self-serving, or some people are not comfortable with, coming out or being gay, or they don't want to be. And it's not everyone's responsibility. It's not their responsibility to deal with it if they don't want to. That's a lot of pressure. You might have to, like, people who are famous and like they struggle with coming out because they're in the public eye. You don't have to, like, that platform is great if you want to take advantage of it, but if not, then there's nothing. You shouldn't be shunned for not doing it. It can be honorable. That's people do honorable things by doing that, but it's not a requirement. And I don't think that people should be pushed into doing something that they don't want to. I've got my little list here because it's a very important subject to me. Okay, so another thing is that we tell people at a very early age that that it's supposed to be boy and girl, and I grew up feeling really different, but I never got the chance to explore my sexuality and be hetero or bisexual if I wanted to. I had people telling me that I was gay, and like I remember being called gay when I was in fifth grade. I don't think it was as young as third grade. It could have been third grade, but it was somewhere between third and fourth and fifth grade, and someone called me gay, and I didn't know what gay was, but I was told that I was gay, and I went home and asked my mom what it was, and then I had that to go by from that point. Like, I was told that I was gay, and I never got a chance to, I had that in my mind that, like, that was the definition of my my difference between people. That's what it's called. Like, how I'm different. It is this is what that looks like. And then I kind of had to go from there. I mean, I would have liked to explore more with girls when I was younger, and I didn't get the chance to. I mean, as an adult, I have that right, but I find it incredibly difficult, and I find myself not confident in a way that I would want to be with someone of the opposite sex, because I have all of this sexual confidence as a male with males, and I know how to navigate that, but I don't know how to do the opposite. I've had a lot of intense attractions to girls over the years, where which brings me to my next subject, and I've pursued relationships with them, but I don't think that it's okay for a woman to be with a guy that's not this strong macho idea of a guy either, because that's not me. I feel like girls have like a certain idea of a guy that they want. So but my next idea is I tend to gravitate towards people who identify themselves as pansexual, because I find that we are like-minded, and I know that whenever I'm talking to someone and they're like, "Are you bi? Are you gay? Or blah 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 blah? Are you closeted?" Like they when I just say gay just to make it easy for people to understand. But when I'm having the right conversation with someone, I can see that I can come forward and say, "Oh, no, I am actually pansexual, just so you know." And when I get to that, when that conversation's going there, where I feel like, "Oh, this person gets it. Like, this is one of the people. This is one of the people I can tell." Then it's like I can say that the opportunity is there, and it's right, and it's easy. I don't like, if I use this to identify myself all the time with anyone who asks, or like on a profile, people are like, you say, "Oh, I'm I'm pansexual." They're like, "What's that?" You have to explain it every single time. By the time I get to that point in the conversation with someone that's like I'm vibing with, like, they know, those people always know what pansexual is. So look how excited, I just see my face right now. I'm like, look how excited I got talking about that. I find maybe we're not all pansexual, but I feel like I said, sexuality is it's like a spectrum, and we're all at different places on it. Some people are way more over one side, and some people are way more over the other side, and some people are right in the middle, So just to be clear what pansexual is when you're attracted to a person, not their sexual orientation, not their gender. You could be attracted to transgendered people, of, male to female, female to male, men, women, bisexuals. So I have yet to be involved with someone who's asexual and romantic. I can see that being a bit of a struggle. But, I'm like open to people. You love a person because of who they are, not what they are. Okay? I feel like I've adequately covered my point. I feel like there's going to be more videos about this subject. I mean, have a good day. And if you have questions, you can always comment. You can always send a message. You can make a video back. I welcome all chats, and I love all of you. Thanks for watching now.